Hello, it's Dan here. Okay, today is Tuesday and it is 13:47 p.m. I have $4,681 in my account. I've made this amount over the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to show you step by step exactly how this system works so that you will be able to trade exactly like I do using my system. Now, in order to make a trade, you have to click on the Binary Options tab and move to the Turbo tab. Let me just click on it right over here. You can choose the currency pair you want to trade. I'm trading the Euro USD. Here you have the payout for this trade and the return you will get on your investment. Here you have the call and put buttons. Down here you have the graph that will show you how the currency has performed during the last hour. Now I'm clicking on the Binary Options tab. As you can see here, you have what is called the Trader's Choice tool, which is a social trading tool that tells you what direction the majority of traders are trading at the moment. So at the moment, 60% of traders are saying the USD-Euro currency pair is going to go up and 40% are saying it's going to go down. This is a social trading tool and helps you to see the direction of the majority of traders, which is call. Okay, the second step is clicking again on the Turbo tab, selecting the 60 seconds on the Euro-USD chart, entering a $5 trade quickly, and quickly clicking on the Call tab, and I have Position Approved. So we're on. Position Approved is a confirmation of the trade we have just submitted. Here you can see the currency or asset you are trading. This arrow right here shows you the direction you are trading, call. Right here is the value of the currency pair when I entered into the trade, 1.37539, and the investment of $5. Here is the payout for the trade, $8.75, and the time remaining of the trade to expire. Okay, so with Go Option, you have update in real time on your trade. The key thing when you trade and see that the trade turns into red is not to get excited. A lot of people tend to get stressed as soon as they see the red bar, and this is very important for me to emphasize. If you're here just to win one trade, you're in the wrong business. Remember, as long as you're trading in the same direction as the majority of traders, you know you have an advantage. That advantage is that you are a consistent trader with a real strategy. All right, looks like the bar has turned green, and this one is a winning trade after all. Well then, this isn't what I expected, but I'll roll with it. I won the $8.75, which means I've made a profit of $3.75. So my new balance is automatically updated to $4,861. So what I'll do now is step one all over again. Click the Binary Options tab, look at the Popularity tool to see what direction most traders are trading. As you can see, 60% are saying it is going to go up. Let's enter a $5 trade again at the same direction, hit Call, then we have Position Approve, and we are on again. As you can see, the trade is on. So now if I win this trade, I'll simply go back to step 1 and 2 again and continue making these small $3.75 profits, which will add up to a nice amount of money as long as I don't lose a trade. Since I'm trading in the same direction as the majority of traders, it can take a while to lose a trade, but once it does happen, I'll move on to step 3. Step 3 involves a $20 trade, enough to recoup your $5 loss, the $20 investment, and generate a profit of $10 on top of it, and stay in the black. Now, as you can see, the bar has turned red, and I'm quickly entering a $20 trade. Waiting for the trade to expire. Yes, is a losing $5 trade, so I quickly click on Call, and I have the Position Approved on my $20 trade. Now, as you may have noticed, an important thing about this strategy, especially when trading 60-second binary options, is the speed at which you enter into the trade. As soon as you lose a trade, don't hesitate for a second. You have to quickly follow up by continuing on to the next step in order to recoup your loss and catch that currency fluctuation. So we've just got a few more seconds until this trade comes in. The actual payout would be $35. So the trade has just expired, and the actual payout is fantastic, $35. And my new balance is automatically updated to $4,861. So I want to show you the Expired Positions tab. So I'm clicking on it, and as you can see, I have the Euro USD and the one $5 trade, and the payout of $8.75, and the actual profit of $3.75. I've lost the trade of $5 with payout 0, and the last trade that I just won with payout $35. All right, so we move on. I'm going back to Binary Options tab, checking the Trader Choice positioning on the Euro USD trading currency. As we can see, 40% are saying it will go down from the current levels, and 60% are saying it would go up. So let's click on the Turbo tab over here, select the 60 Seconds tab, enter the $5 trade, click Call, and we have the position approved, and we are on. Let's hope that this time you will get to see a losing trade. Really, sometimes it can take ages to get to that losing trade using this system. I could actually make a losing trade quite easily by trading against the majority, as shown by the popularity tool. But I'm staying loyal to the steps in the system so that I can better show you what it's really like. I want you to see the complete step-by-step system from start to finish. And this is a live video, so it's not always easy to plan these things. But we'll just continue to roll with it, and I hope you'll get to see the next step soon. As you see again, we're heading for a winning trade, and the $8.75 payout was just cashed in and added to my balance. With no time to lose, I'm moving on to the Binary Options tab. So click quickly on the Binary Options tab again. The trader's direction is not changed, still in favor of the Call button. I click on the Turbo tab and 60 Seconds tab, click Call, and Position Approved equals we are on. All right, we finally got that red bar we were looking forward to seeing. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm not happy about it, and I'm not sad about it. My emotions are completely removed from my trading. It's imperative that you maintain the same separation as well when you are trading, no matter if it's green or red. But since it looks like this trade is definitely not going to be a winner at this point, it's time to prepare for the next step. I'm going to have my cursor ready on the Investment tab, ready to choose $20 as the next step. Remember, this is step number 3. Just wait for the countdown here. Yep. And immediately, I'm moving on to the next step. Notice that I don't have time to look at the popularity tool now, and speed is of the essence here. Click $20, Call, and Position Approved. We're on. Now, notice that I'm not pausing the video and saying, I'll be back in a second or anything like that. I really want you to experience how this system works, live. But while we're waiting, let's discuss the next trade, which is step number 4. If we do end up losing the $20 trade, the next trade will be a $50 trade, which will bring in a profit of $37.50. Again, this is enough to cover your $25 in total losses from the $5 trade and the $20 trade, and make a profit of $12.50 on top of it. So, as you can see, the bigger the investment gets, the bigger the profit you can make as well. This is nice compensation since no one really likes losing a trade, but as long as I know I've got a bigger profit waiting just around the corner, it keeps me going. So, it doesn't look like this trade is going to be a winning trade after all. It's still red and very far away from my entry point. I have to get ready with the next trade of $50 since we have only a few seconds until this one expires. I'll go for $50 and get ready to hit that Call button. And here you go, Position Approved, and we're on. So this trade is a $50 trade, and I'm going to take the time again to discuss the next trade, which will be a bit trickier, and I really do hope you get to see it. I rarely get the chance to use this step since I trade according to the popularity tool in the same direction as the majority of traders. But today we're lucky in that respect, because the percentage shown in the popularity tool is not super decisive, so I really hope you get to see what happens next. Basically, what you'll want to do if this trade doesn't come in is go for a $150 trade. The tricky part is that they don't have this amount available as a default, so I'm going to need to work around it. What I need to do is quickly go for a $100 trade, and then very quickly, immediately after that, I need to go for another trade, this one for $50, and I need to do this as soon as possible so that both trades will expire almost simultaneously. So let me just get that $100 trade ready to go, and yes, you will get to see the next step live. You have to be quick, okay? And immediately add another $50 trade without even hesitating for a second. And we are on. Now, at this point, my odds are looking much better. You have to remember, I'm consistently trading in the same direction as the majority of traders with a very predictable currency pair like the Euro USD. And unless there is some serious news regarding the Euro or the US dollar or some unexpected crash, I can be quite confident that this trade will come in. That is also one of the reasons I recommend trading the Euro USD currency pair, as it's not as volatile as other more exotic currency pairs. But of course, you can trade any currency pairs that you feel very comfortable with. And as you can see, as expected, it is looking very green. You can already calculate the massive return from this $150 trade, which will boost my balance enough to cover any losses for today and at a very generous profit as well. So, let's wait for the countdown. Okay, I've won this trade, and the other trade will come in very soon. Remember, you have to set up both of these trades almost simultaneously with as small a gap as possible. And it looks like this one is another successful trade. Look at that, $262.50 in just 60 seconds, which is already showing up in my account, $4,916 new balance, as you can see. Great. But remember, we also had a few losing trades there, so this $262.50 is not all profit. But we started off with $4,861, and if I do a bit of math here, 1 second, we come out in the black with this trade with a $55 profit. A very good result for just 10 minutes of work. Now, for those of you who are still not sure whether this system works or not, what I suggest is that you open an account with Goptions and just give it a go. Once you understand the system, and you'll be able to utilize several different deposit methods, including all major credit cards and debit cards, wire transfers, and money bookers. Now, all of these methods work the same way when withdrawing your money, and this is another great thing about this platform. They respond quickly when you ask for a withdrawal, and it takes only a short time before your money appears in your bank account or on your credit card, as opposed to many other platforms out there. So, I wish you great success, and I hope you enjoy my new trading system.